Hi there. Thank you very much for choosing B-TIC as your learning partner. Today in your SPSS, I'm going to discuss about the analysis on the variables. How do variables work in your analysis? Now, in our lesson, we have been using this conceptual framework, diabetes, food, and the exercise. So we'll see how does this analysis work in your SPSS. Now, you collect data for this conceptual framework. So you'll be collecting data for diabetes, you'll be collecting data for food, and you'll be collecting data for exercise as well. When you bring those data, you can analyze them. If you analyze them one by one individually, one variable, we call them variance analysis, where you can analyze diabetes alone. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and you can have a prediction on that as well. This is one variance and analysis, one variable is involved in. And we can do the same thing for food as well. So one variable, one variance analysis, and you can calculate or you can collect data for the consumption of food Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Then we can have a prediction of what you're going to eat in coming days. And the same thing we can do for exercise as well. So collect data for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We can have a prediction on what's happening. And we can calculate the average exercise you do, average food you consume, average blood sugar over the week also. So we can do multiple analyses in here. Now, if you do this analysis for two variables, food and the diabetes, we call them covariance because when one variable varies, food varies, consumption of food amount varies, the diabetes may vary or may not vary. It can be decided using the data collected from food and the diabetes. So when you put this in this graph, always you have x-axis and the y-axis as usual. So x-axis and the y-axis. Now, your independent variable is always placed on the x-axis and the dependent variable is placed on y-axis always. So when you put these together, we can see a graph like this. So if you see some relationship in this way, if you see some influence of food on diabetes, if you have some relationship between food and diabetes, if food can influence your diabetes, you can see a graph like this. And this graph is giving you a direction. I'm only getting a direction here. I'm only analyzing the direction of is it negative or positive. When I say positive, when you consume food, when you increase the food, diabetes will increase. That is positive. When you decrease the food, diabetes will decrease. That is again positive. One goes up, the other one also goes up positive. One comes down, the other one comes down as well. It is also positive. But if it is a negative relationship, when one goes up, the other one comes down, opposite direction. When exercise goes up, diabetes comes down. When exercise comes down, diabetes goes up. This is negative relationship. So the direction is analyzed in covariance. And if you want to study the direction as well as the strength of relationship, how strong the connection is, we can analyze that using the analysis, the correlation, where we use two variables as usual, and we get the direction as well, either positive or negative, and we get further the strength of the relationship, how strong the relationship is about. If you eat a little bit of food, is that making a big impact on the diabetes or a minor impact? If it's a big impact, we can say there is a positive, stronger relationship. If it is a minor impact, we can say positive, weaker relationship. So this correlation analysis would analyze the direction and the strength of those two variables in between. And the analysis can be done for exercise and diabetes as well, where correlation analysis, so meaning two variables, two variables, and direction and the strength. But here, that is linear negative, meaning relationship is negative and linear relationship and how strong it is. Depending on the strength of it, we can say how correlated are they, negatively correlated, but strongly related. Okay, right. Now that is about the correlation. The next thing is about the regression. In regression analysis, we again analyze two variables, two variables, and the direction is analyzed as well. So positive or negative, and the strength of it as well as of correlation analysis. But in addition to that, we analyze the prediction. We predict also. So if you analyze one variable alone, we call it variance. If you analyze two variables to see the direction of the connection, we say covariance. if you analyze the direction and the strength of the relationship between those factors, we call it the correlations. And if you analyze the strength, direction, and the prediction of it, how it is going in the future, we use regression. These are the main tests that we would do for our business psychology and law researchers. So that is it from me on this session, and I see you in the next session. Thank you very much for choosing B-TIC as your learning partner. Thank you.